The reason for price resistance. Price resistance is how a prospect tells you that you have not given him enough evidence that the benefits outweigh the price. For this reason, never argue about price. Never say that your price is good, or reasonable, or fair, or anything else. Whatever the prospect says about your price, agree. Then go on to say something like, "Mr. Prospect, this product is definitely not cheap. However, there are good reasons for why it costs what it does. Let me explain to you why we charge what we do." Or, "There are good reasons why thousands of people like you have examined this product carefully, compared it with our competitors, and decided to pay more for it, even when they knew they could get something similar for less. Would you like to know what they are?" Be proud of your prices. If you charge a high price, be proud of it. If the prospect says, "That's sure expensive," you say, "Yes, Mr. Prospect. In fact, we are the highest price supplier of this product in this market. And we are selling more of this today than ever before. Would you like to know why so many people are buying our products and using our services even though we charge more?" You will usually get a yes to this, and a chance to explain why your product or service is as good as it is. Diminishing price resistance. Here is a common experience. A woman goes into a swanky retail store or boutique, looks at a dress, and sees that the price tag is $800. She says, "My, that's a lot of money." The sales associate agrees and says, "Yes, this is an expensive dress. It's a St. John's knit. There is a good reason why they charge so much for this. First of all, it is made from the finest materials, hand-stitched, with beautiful buttons, collars, and lining. When you wear it, you feel as if you are one of the most expensively dressed women in America. It holds its value. It is timeless in terms of tailoring. You can wear it year after year, and it always looks great. This is why it costs $800. When a potential buyer learns all the reasons that a particular product is as expensive as it is, her price resistance declines as her buying desire increases. That's why countless hundreds of millions of dollars of high-fashion clothes are sold every year. It is because of the focus on value rather than price. If you charge a high price, be proud of it. Always justify the price with sound reasons. Explain carefully why it costs as much as it does. Never discuss price without mentioning the value and benefits of your offering at the same time. Put off price until later. Let me re-emphasize, do not bring up price at the beginning of your talk, under any conditions. When a prospect says, "Well, that looks very interesting, how much is it?" you reply, "Good question. Can I come back to that in a minute?" or, "The price is the best part. I'm going to come to it in just a minute, and you're going to be very pleased when you hear it. But before I do, may I ask you a couple of questions?" Then go on to ask questions and take control of the sales conversation. Choose your timing. In my sales presentations, I always have a specific point at which I explain price for the first time. By that point in the conversation, the customer fully understands what I am selling and why it is the best choice for him, right now. Only then do I say, "I'll bet you would like to know how much this is going to cost." You must increase her buying desire by emphasizing results and benefits. You do not increase buying desire by arguing about the price. But price does not come up until that point. I don't mention it until I decide that it is appropriate to bring it up. If the price question comes up earlier, I put it off. To reduce price sensitivity, continually focus your presentation on the value received rather than on the money charged. Talk about what the product does for the customer instead of its cost. The sandwich close. When the time has finally come to address the question of price, don't simply tell a prospect a certain number of dollars. Instead, you use what is called a sandwich close. With this close, you sandwich the price between two descriptions of the value and benefits the customer will enjoy with this product. For example, this machine, including these benefits and features, plus these attachments, a supply of basic materials and fuel, and a 90-day warranty, will cost you X number of dollars per month once it is in operation. Not only that, we provide complete training and customer support for you until we are sure that you are getting maximum value from this product. In this case, you are sandwiching the price in between two descriptions of customer benefits. This descriptions of benefits keeps the customer focused on the value she receives rather than its cost. Here is an important rule in selling: increased buying desire reduces price sensitivity. The more the prospect wants what you are selling, the less concerned she will be about the price. You must increase her buying desire by emphasizing results and benefits. You do not increase buying desire by arguing about the price. Compare your prices with those of your competitors. You can minimize price resistance by comparing the price with more expensive articles. When a prospect says, "It costs too much," you can answer with, "Compared with what, Mr. Prospect?" Often he has no idea what he is talking about. He knows nothing of your product, or of products similar to yours. He may have never bought one of your products, or has not bought one for several years. He doesn't realize that prices may have gone up substantially since his last purchase. When you ask, "Compared with what?" the prospect could say, "Well, compared with ABC's product, yours seems expensive." You reply, "As it happens, ABC's product, which is similar to ours but lacking certain features and benefits, costs $275 more than ours does. As a matter of fact, here's their recent price sheet." Show the prospect written price comparisons. Logic does make sales. Give the prospect the evidence that he needs to feel confident in. Proceeding with your offer. Compare apples to apples. It's essential that you find out what prospects are comparing you with. For instance, if you say, "This Mercedes costs $105,000, and they say, "Wow, that's a lot," you then ask, "Compared with what?" If they are comparing your Mercedes to a Honda, yes, your Mercedes costs a lot more. But there are very distinct reasons a Mercedes is more expensive than a Honda. Would you like to know what they are? Always compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. Find out what your competitors are charging for what you sell, and the reasons for any price differential. When a prospect says, "That seems awfully expensive," you can say, "Mr. Prospect, here are our major competitors. These are the products they offer, and this is what they are asking for them. You can see that, in comparison with these other suppliers, our products are very fairly priced." Stretch it over the life of the product. You can reduce price resistance by stretching the price over the life of the product. If the prospect feels that your price tag is too high, you can point out that it costs $300 more than the competitive offering, but your machine has a 5-year life. Even though you pay $300 more, you can reason, it works out to about $60 per year, which is about $2 a month more for all of the additional quality, features, benefits, and accessories that are built into our product. Is it worth $2 more, or 6 cents a day, for you to have the best product of its kind on the market? Business is bad. Sometimes people say, business is bad. Even in boom times, folks complain that business is not as good as they expected and that they don't have enough cash. The reason for this is that during the slow times in business, people become accustomed to complaining about how bad business is. When business is booming, they retain the habit and continue to complain, even though their complaints are no longer valid. When a prospect says that she cannot buy at this time because business is bad, it simply means that you haven't given her enough reasons to buy. You have not aroused enough buying desire. Keep focusing on the results and benefits of your product, of what it does for your prospect, and how it improves her life and work. Intensified buying desire reduces price sensitivity. Offer alternatives. Sometimes prospects will say they are short of cash. In response, you can ask, "What if we could offer you terms, and you could pay if off over an extended period of time?" Or try these. "What if we could take your existing product as a trade so that you need no cash to begin using our new product? What if we could delay payments until your next budget period? What if we could extend payments over a 5-year period rather than a 3-year period, thereby lowering the monthly payments?" When the prospect brightens up and becomes interested in your counteroffers, it means that he is capable of buying. He is just looking for a way to make it work. This is where you use your creativity at its highest level.